Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, welcome. My name is Giselle, and in this channel we talk all about faith, encouragement, fertility, lifestyle, you name it. We want to talk about it, and if you're interested in that, stick around, hit that subscribe button, join the YouTube fam. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It helps reach out other women who are also interested in any other topics that I just might have mentioned. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about my IVF journey. As you can see by the title, it would be day 1 through day 10 of STIMs. If you're not familiar with the word STIMs, is stimulation, IVF injections, whatever you want to call it. And I'm assuming if you clicked on this video, it's because you are about to enter your IVF journey as well, and you're trying to find out information and get to know other women's stories, because I myself YouTubed as many IVF videos that I could and try to get to know more about other people's experience, and nothing prepares you for IVF injections, y'all. I had an experience. I actually started birth control in December, so if you're not familiar with the IVF process, or if they have not explained it to you, or you're just a follower, if you're just part of my community and you're not really too familiar with IVF, you start your journey with birth control. So you start your cycle, you start birth control, and you're thinking you're starting birth control to try to get pregnant? Yes. You start birth control to kind of just relax your ovaries, have your ovaries not ovulate for the month, so that way when injections come into play, your body is not like overwhelmed with ovulation and all that stuff, or producing eggs and follicles. So I started birth control in December. So if you see me looking now, it's because I'm looking at my notes. I actually journaled everything as I was going through it, so I wouldn't forget, because it is an experience. And so I started birth control in December. I was nervous to start birth control because in the past I've had symptoms with it. And so I was a little bit nervous. And one of the things that I did with birth control was I actually took it at night so that I wouldn't feel any symptoms or anything weird, whatever was going on, just because I didn't want to feel anything, just in case if I did have any symptoms like in the past I had. Another thing that I did take at night was also a prenatal. I ended up doing Ritual. So if you're interested in a review on Ritual, let me know. I can also do a review on that. I like the brand. I think from time to time I felt sick, and I don't know if it was from the prenatal or any other thing. So I started taking the prenatal at night just in case if I had any weird upset stomach symptoms that vitamins obviously give you. I didn't feel it. Along with my prenatal, I also took a low dose of aspirin. So again, this was my protocol. Your protocol can be completely different. Every clinic is different. So I am not a medical professional. I'm just putting that out there. I am not a doctor, a nurse, whatever. I was just following my protocol for my cycle. And so those were the 3 things that I was taking prior to injections, before injections. So then after the 3 weeks of being on birth control, you obviously come off of birth control, you go on to having another cycle, and from there on they start monitoring you. And from day 1 of my cycle, I went in for a vaginal ultrasound, and I also went in for blood work, which they check your estrogen levels. And if your estrogen levels look good, if there are no cysts or anything in the ovaries, you're going to start your IVF injections. With everything with me looked perfect. My blood work looked perfect. My ovaries looked nice and calm. There was nothing going on. They were just chilling, like, we ready for this. And so then I started my injections. I actually started my injections on December 30th, y'all. 2 days before New Year's. So day 1 through day 10 are to follow. I have clips of every day of me doing injections. Some of them are the best angles, some of them are not the best angles, so I apologize in advance. And this is just a warning, straight up. If you are either feeling, either if you're afraid of needles, if you don't like seeing other people inject things like needles or anything like that, this is just a pre-warning. You can skip ahead. I will put the time down here to whenever I start talking again if you don't want to see the injections part. So this is just a warning. If you are not into this, you're more than welcome to click out. But if you are here watching this video, it's because you are wanting to see the real deal and see the things. And I'm gonna do a time collapse with it. I'm not gonna like do them in slow. I'm just gonna kind of go through them quickly because a lot of them I kind of took my time doing and I was nervous and anxious. So anyways, so here are the videos. Again, full warning, injections are about to come on. Hey y'all, so today is December 30th. Today is my first day of stems. So yeah, I'm gonna set up everything and then go ahead and inject myself. I'm a little nervous, to be honest, now that I'm here actually doing it. So yeah, so I'm gonna put the camera down. I'm just gonna do my thing and go from there. Let's see how it goes. So it is currently January 6th. I am going to be doing day 8 of stems today. I had my appointment this morning. Of course, blood drawn. I'm having the worst time with blood draws. Like the first time the girl couldn't like get any blood. Second time it was really good. Today she had a struggle again. I'm like, so I got poked twice. I'm like, no more poking, please. I go back on Monday. Today's Friday, so I go back on Monday. I currently have 13 follicles on my left ovary and I have 5 follicles on my right. From what I can see in the image, I know probably the image is probably blown up a little bit more than the norm. They look good from what I see, from what I've learned and studied before. The follicles look really nice. They look nice and big. They're all measuring between 11 and 15 millimeters, I think is what it is. Don't quote me. I don't have any makeup on today. I am feeling so crappy today. And I wanted to vlog this because I feel like from what I've seen before, you don't really see like the ugly of IVF. Like I feel like every video I've seen, like they have their injections and then that's it. But I wanted to record because, or at least vlog it, because I am feeling like crap. I am on the lowest dose of medication. I am on Follistim, I think it's what it's called. I might be butchering their names. Menopur, and today I start Gynorelix, something like that, I don't know. And then I'm on an antibiotic as well. And so I think the antibiotic is what's making me feel sick today, because I was fine up until I got home and I ate breakfast and then I had my antibiotic. I was feeling a little bit nauseous already, but for the past like 3 days, I have been really nauseous. My stomach is like, ugh. Like thinking about food, it's not appealing to me. The smell of food, everything, like everything. And the nurse that I go to, she told me, she's like, you're gonna feel like if you're pregnant almost. The body is, you know, getting all these hormones and you're gonna feel like you're pregnant. And I'm like, don't need to feel that right now. And so I feel like when I've watched YouTube videos or anything, I don't necessarily see like the ugly side of things. And maybe there is a video out there and I just haven't came across it, but I wanted to document it for myself because this sucks. It sucks. And I want to cry every minute. Every freaking commercial that I see, I want to cry. Here's my baby. He's been with me the whole entire time, Mateo. And so has Lucas. Like I literally like just go and lay in bed and they're like right there next to me. I think they sense like something's off with mommy. My baby. But anyways, so yeah, I've been feeling super nauseous. I think day 1 through 3 I was okay, just headaches in the morning. I think I started really feeling the nausea day 5 of stims, and yeah, I'm like, I'm so ready to like be done and over with this. There's so many people out there, like so many girls have told me, embrace it, you know, like enjoy every moment of it, soak in every. I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm done with the injections. I'm done with just the overload of hormones in my body. Definitely feeling the bloating for sure, the mood swings. Like my husband will say something to me and like just like a more stern voice, and I'm like, why are you yelling? Like it's horrible. I don't know. I'm not complaining that this is like the thing that I have to do, but it's hard, y'all. Like, you know, they don't tell you the nitty-gritty of how you're really gonna feel until you're like actually in it, and then you're like, oh my god, is this like normal? I've been going crazy thinking like, is it just me overthinking it? Is it like a mind over matter thing? Y'all. Like road to motherhood, I don't even know, like it's hard, okay? And when you have to go through this specific journey of treatments and doctor visits, it's so tiring. Like I was like, oh, I'll be fine. And I've been doing fine with the injections. I've been injecting myself. Now that I'm like in it so far, I'm like, Jesus mighty, like, can we just be done and over? Like I was hoping that she would tell me today, like, oh, you can trigger on Sunday or something, or like, I don't know, trigger like Saturday night. No. My estrogen levels, I just got them back. They're super high. I've never seen my estrogen level that high. They're like 1400. I think that's normal. I think 1 to 2000 is normal during IVF stimulation. But y'all, like, and I'm so nervous for egg retrieval. So egg retrieval, she told me, would most likely be Wednesday or Thursday. I go back Monday. So I'll probably be doing trigger Monday. I went day 5 of stims to the office. I was 11 on the left and 4 on the right, and today she found 5 on the right. So it's an additional one that she might not have seen or missed the first time. I don't know. And then there's 2 additional ones on the left side. My thing is, I'm just worried about OHSS, and I don't want that. So I've been trying to keep myself hydrated. It's so hard to drink water. Like before, water was so satisfying to me. Now it's like nasty. Like I'm literally like, ugh. I am eating gummies, like ginger gummies, which I took one this morning because I was feeling nauseous. I don't think that helped. I think if anything, it made me even worse. And then my husband's oncologist told him, because he's on oral chemo, and from time to time he gets nauseous. So she told him just try regular gummy bears, like just gummies. Gummies are a good thing for nausea. So I literally made him buy me a pack of gummies, like, and I've been just snacking on that when I feel nauseous, and it helps temporarily, like for the moment, but then it comes back. Today I have been napping, y'all. Like it's so hard for me to stay awake, and I have to work, so it's like, oh yeah, I don't even know what to say. I'm out of like words, can't think straight, I forget things, like literally I'm forgetting things. My acne is not doing so bad. Like when I was on birth control, it still is acting up, but it's not as bad as when I was on the birth control. And she's been good to me. My body's been good to me. I have to embrace that, because I was not 100% confident that I would be able to handle this, and I am. And I have a few more days left. That's all I keep saying to myself. Just so you got a few more days left. You got this, you got this. And yeah. So if you're going through IVF stimulations, or like the prep for it, embrace your body. That's one thing. Love your body, be kind to yourself, and be kind to your body, because she's going through it. Don't think you're crazy, because right now I feel like I'm going crazy, and I feel like all my thoughts and my emotions are just like heightened right now. And yeah, so just be kind to yourself, be patient with yourself. And I'm telling you this in the middle of me trying to tell that to myself. But be kind to your body. Yo, our bodies do so much for us. And the fact that we have to put it through this and they still work at its best, she a G, you know? But yeah, I will leave you guys at that. And I hope that you guys are enjoying this process with me. I mean, I'm not enjoying it, but the fact that I'm documenting it and sharing my vulnerability with y'all, because it's real. It has just gotten like more real for me. I think every day as I feel more sick, it just gets that more real. So yeah. Anyways, I'm just blabbering on right now. So I'll let y'all go and continue watching the rest of my stims. Bye. Hey y'all, I am back. Today is day 9 of stims. I haven't taken them yet. I'll be taking them in the afternoon, but I did want to let you know how I felt yesterday. So I got on here and I said I felt like crap. Today I woke up a little bit better. I got Lucas with me here. Lucas. And I got Mateo. So I did sleep in. I woke up like around 10-ish or so. And I feel better than yesterday. However, I had breakfast. Not big breakfast, but I had breakfast and I did take my antibiotic, and now my stomach's starting to feel kind of funny. So, that's where I'm at. But so far, I'm feeling better than yesterday. I have a little bit more strength today, so I'm gonna start taking some of the Christmas decor down, because 3 Kings was yesterday. And yeah, it's time to put up the tree. So I'm not trying to do any heavy lifting or anything, because I'm still very uncomfortable. But I am gonna try to get some stuff done around the house, clean the house, because once next week comes, I don't want to do any of that. Just letting, doing the major cleanings, that way my husband can only do like the minor little stuff. But yeah, so right now just relaxing for a little bit before I start doing all that. Mattel's like right here. Say hi everyone. You want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. Say mommy's gonna give me a bath today too. Giving them a bath is like a day event. So I gotta give them a bathies today, and then take down the Christmas decor. So right now we're watching The Grinch for a little bit while like I let the medication sink in, I guess. I did take the Gonorelix, I think that's how you pronounce it, last night for the first time. It wasn't bad, however, after 30-40 minutes, I didn't get a rash like majority of the people do. It did kind of get red for like a split second, and then that was it. But it did hurt, like that spot where I did inject it into, like after an hour it was hurting. But yeah, other than that, I am feeling better. I am having a slight headache starting, but I don't know, it could be due to lack of not drinking coffee, because I haven't drank coffee in like 2 days, maybe 3. I'm trying to wing off the coffee, off the caffeine, but it's hard. And I'm trying to take in more water. So that's where I'm at. But I just wanted to check in and vlog how I'm feeling today. Don't know if I'm gonna be feeling like this the rest of the day. I'm in comfy clothes again, just because comfy is where it's at right now. I don't want anything tight to the body, just want loose, comfy, warm, cozy type of thing. I'm trying, like I said in I think yesterday's video, I'm trying to soak in the process of this is how baby Waller is coming. And last night, for like a quick moment, I felt so excited, and me and Dina both felt excited, and we're like, oh my god, this is happening. And then I went back to like not feeling good, so I'm like, okay, I'm over these injections. And I told him yesterday when I did my injections, my shots, I was like, I'm over this. He's like, how many more days? I'm like, after this, 2 more days hopefully. So I'm praying to God that when I go in Monday, they're like, you know what, trigger, we're doing this Wednesday or Thursday. That's my prayer, that's my hope, that they don't tell me to do another injection, because I'm over it. So now that you have seen day 1 through day 10, actually it was day 1 through day 9. Day 10 was trigger shot for me. So day 10, you don't have to do any of those things. You just do the trigger, which you probably saw my husband in that video. My protocol, I did Menopur and I did follow stem. And I was on the lowest dose possible of these 2 medications, and my body reacted so well. I mean, like, I was shocked. Okay, I was truly shocked of how well my body reacted to it. I went in on day 6. So day 6 of stems, I took my shots late in the evening. From 7 to 10 is when my time frame was to take the shots. I always did them like around 8:30. Day 6, I went in to get monitored because it was a long weekend. Of course, we had the holiday and we had all that. And so I went in and I was already feeling uncomfortable, y'all. Day 5, I was feeling tired. I was feeling bloated. I was feeling nauseous. The nausea definitely kicked in right away. For me, at least, I was having hot flashes. Day 4, headaches. And maybe it was because I'm petite that I started feeling them a lot more than some other people. I don't know. But I was on the lowest dose and I still felt a lot of the stuff. So day 6, I went in to get monitored. They check your estrogen level. So that's another thing that you mentally have to prepare yourself for drawing blood. If you are like me and you don't like to be poked at every single time, I had to mentally prepare myself for that. I was literally like all bruised from the injections, and so it was a little bit rough for me. And they were having trouble finding a vein or trying to actually, you know, get the blood going. I don't know. I was just like, just hurry up and do this, please. Like, I just want to be done and over with. And you get ultrasounds done as well. On day 6, when I got scans, I had 4 follicles in my right ovary and 11 follicles on my left. Y'all, I was shocked. I was like, what? I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be overproducing. And my biggest fear was OHSS, which is ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome. And it's when your ovaries overproduce a lot of follicles, and it can be dangerous. You can have a mild case of it, whatever it is. And I was kind of terrified that I would have one of those. And so day 6, y'all, just day 6, I hadn't taken my injections yet. This is in the morning. So only 5 days of injections, and I was already at 4 follicles on my right and 11 follicles on my left. On my right side, I do have an endometrioma, which is a cyst, like a chocolate cyst, is from possibly having endometriosis, and that cyst has been there. It hasn't grown, or it's just been consistent. It's just stayed the same. So they were monitoring that as well, just to be on the safe side. But so yeah, I was like, wow, okay. So they're like, your body's responding very well to the medication, so we're just gonna continue the same medication, same protocol, and just continue with that. So I was like, cool. So on day 7, I actually had a 3rd injection, which was ganirelix, I think is what it's called. Or I think that's how you pronounce it. Basically, your body produces follicles, and in those follicles is where the egg is going to be. And so even though you might have a follicle, doesn't mean that you necessarily have an egg or a mature egg in that follicle. So your body's producing all these things, so they're trying to also produce and make these things grow, but they also are trying to stop it from coming or ovulating. And so I had to take ganirelix for 3 days. Day 9, I was feeling miserable. I couldn't really eat. I felt so nauseous all the time. I think I felt nauseous throughout the whole entire time, throughout the day. And when I went to bed, I was just like a relief, because I didn't feel nauseous when I was sleeping. But I was just uncomfortable at night because you are feeling bloated. And yeah, so some people might have it good, and some people like me might just not have the best experience, and I personally didn't. Like I mentioned, Menopur was the worst. That one burned. None of the injections really hurt going in. The only one that hurt was Menopur. Whew, Menopur. We did not get along. And I think everybody experiences this. This one burns. My biggest advice, if you are, you're probably gonna be on Menopur, is to ice it. Ice it, numb it. That helped me with actually injecting it, and actually when the medicine went in, it wasn't burning as bad for me. Now for someone else, it might not have made a difference, or they could just probably handle it. I couldn't handle it. And so that was my only thing. Menopur was tough. My trigger shots were Pregnol and Femera. So Femera, I think that's how you pronounce it, is actually in the stomach, and Pregnol is actually in the booty area. And my husband had to do that one for me, as you can see in the video. I was so proud of him, because my husband's terrified of needles, so that's why you didn't see him injecting me with anything. I did all that. He was in the room somewhere supporting me. He just doesn't like needles, and with everything that he's been through, he's still very queasy with them, and I completely understand. So he was somewhere in the room, just know that. But for my trigger shot, I was like, I need your help. I can't do this on my own. So he actually was a big help, and he was such a trooper, and he did it so perfect that it didn't hurt going in. I didn't feel it. I didn't bleed. I didn't feel sore. So thank you for doing that, babe, because I couldn't have done it myself. And yeah, so that was day 1 through day 10. When I went into the clinic on day 10, I was like praying to God. I'm like, please, please let this be the last, let this just be trigger day, because I was so over it. And I think a lot of women feel this way, but days 6, 7, and 8 were rough. Every single time I had to inject myself, I would literally have like a little tear before my injections because I was just over it. So by day 10, I had 12 follicles on my right ovary and 18 follicles on my left ovary. Y'all, I was carrying around a bunch of babies. I felt so bloated and so heavy. Like I could just feel a heaviness. I couldn't lay certain ways because I just felt it. You literally feel like you're pregnant. That's one of the things my nurse told me. She's like, you're gonna feel like you're pregnant. You're gonna feel the symptoms of pregnancy, unfortunately. And I did. It just all felt so surreal. I was anxious most of the time. I was stressed out a little bit because I've never been put under for egg retrieval. I've never done anything that requires to put me under, and so I was very stressed out and nervous and anxious, and yeah, it was not a good time for me. I'm gonna do another video of how egg retrieval went. I couldn't really record during egg retrieval before and all that because it all just happened so quickly, and by the time I knew it, I was already home recovering, which that's a whole nother story in itself. And so I will try to do another video on that so that I don't make this one too long. But if you are interested in that video, stick around. I will have it come up soon. And yeah, so again, if you have any questions regarding my journey through stims, or if you are about to enter your IVF injection journey and you have any questions or any concerns or just anything, please, please, please feel free to comment down below. I will try to get to you as soon as I can. If you need help with, organizing your medications, let me know. I can also do a video on what I used. I personally bought my in vitro, and it's like a little box, medication box, and that worked perfect for me. It helped me stay organized. It helped me get right to it and get the injection done and over with. And I will be using that going forward whenever I do transfer or anything else. So that came that came in handy. So if you're interested in watching a video on that, or how I organized it, or just comment down below. My in vitro, want to know, interested, whatever, and I'll do a video on that as well. But yeah, feel free to comment down below anything that might have helped you, that if someone else is seeing this for the first time because they're doing their first IVF round, they need help or they need some advice or whatever, feel free to comment down below and leave those advices as well. And yeah, if I missed anything, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think of everything. This happened almost 2 months ago. So it's been a minute, and it's been a lot, and I will update you per every video, but I want to do it step by step, stage by stage. And yeah, so again, if you like this video and if you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below if you have any questions in regards to any of the injections. If you also need help on how to insert your injections, please do know that your nursing staff at your clinic should be able to assist you with that. And if I don't know the answer, I can try to get it for you, or reach out to someone else who may know the answer, because we all have different protocols. We all have different medications. For the most part, we all have Menopur or Follistim or Gonal or something like that. But I know other females do tend to take other medications or other injections in the process. So this was my first 2 weeks of the new year going through injections, and that's how it went. So yeah, so if you're interested in the upcoming videos, make sure that you are subscribed and hit that notification bell for the upcoming videos on my egg retrieval and results, and we will go from there. So I hope that you guys all have a great morning, night, evening, weekend, weekday, whenever you're watching this, and stay safe and blessed. All right, bye.